Hey there. So well, actually, it's Balthamos. Um, that's my seraphic name, the one that I got from Philip Pullman, but discovered really what that meant today. So decided that today I should make another video. It's April 16th, 2022. Bunch of round energies there, but it's also the April full moon, and I was dialed into Ashtara this morning for a the angelic manifestation of Isis and goddess and create the angelic creativity template. And it just pretty much blew everything open for me in that I realized, oh, this whole thing about seraphic mathematicians and things that I was like, seraphic math, what is this? But she was reading something, I can't remember the guy's name, I'll have to look it up, but about when you really recognize the divinity within yourself. And I thought, well, when you really internalize that, how can your world not look different, right? If you recognize that I am the full package, that this and what I can perceive of in the universe is the universe itself, the universe in which I find myself, and that I am both in it and of it and made it because something greater than myself had to something to from this to come forth. Anyway, so that's the whole seraphic thing. And the math part, I believe, is well, kind of like, well, not algorithms, but we are each part of an algorithm. And that, um, I guess, the more that we attune to that, the more we get to understand the both and of the universe of, okay, let me get back to being a seraph. All right. So, fun visual that I got this morning. Balthamos actually is an angelic or a little creature with wings in Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials. And I've just had all this seraphic imagery, and I was like, but seraphs are different from angels. I'm like, no, they're part of that thing. But because one of my first understandings I got actually was I looked at myself in the mirror and went, oh, you are quite, I mean, literally in that sense, angelic, in that you are both observing and observed, and you're pulled in, you're tuning into a level of seeing there is beyond yourself, but the only real beyond yourself is more of yourself in a way, because it all feels self-referential. Okay, now I'm still going far afield. Sorry, I'm trying not to. But the imagery of what I got this morning was um, that when I'm tuned into that observer level, so we'll just kind of call that the multidimensional of the, at my essence, I am a wave function kind of thing, and that there is no real separation between me and the metaverse. So when I'm tuned into that I'm getting to really like dive straight into the land of story and imagery and just um that being able to see things that don't exist yet, right? It's the level, if you're tuned into that angelic or seraphic or whatever, you're tuning into what doesn't yet exist. You're tuning into vision. Like Michelangelo was tuned into vision all the time. We can tell because of all the stuff he was drawing, things that don't exist yet. But that goes for quantum physics and astrophysics and math and knitting and genetic whatever. That once someone with consciousness or whatever kind of entity with consciousness, perhaps on other planets, they were different things. Who knows? I mean, the consciousness could have as many templates as it wants, right? But anyway, the only one that matters to me, honestly, is this one because this is the reality I'm in, and it's on a planet called Earth, and it's alive, and that's really awesome. And the format that I'm in is never getting out of the solar system. So as far as that goes, yeah, that's not happening. But that's okay because when tuning into that multidimensional vision of stuff that doesn't exist yet means I can play in worlds that don't exist, and they don't ever have to really exist in the real world anyway. I mean, my dream life, gosh, I mean, I'm all over the place in my dream life, very vivid, long going. It's been like that my whole life. So I hang out in that astral plane, I guess, a lot. Swanee is my home base. I was there again last night for yet another reunion. So I mean, I like learning and learning and learning. Anyway, so that's kind of how I think of visionaries, and like that eureka space is when you're tuned into really tuned into the possibility of anything because you are a manifestation of the possibility of everything. And here you are. And because you exist, therefore the universe exists. That's a little solipsistic, but still. But if you really internalize that, it's like, oh my goodness, I really am the I am. That's really cool. So I still haven't gotten to the image. Oh my God. So the image I got, the name was Balthamos, and that I had the freedom now to just pick up this kind of organic harness thing with wings on the back, which then could just, just literally be. I've had this image too of just being able to pick up the wings and just send that energy out. And that's been really cool. It's like, ooh, I can just pretend I have huge, huge, like globe spanning energy wings and just try to get positivity that way. I was like, oh, so when I'm stepping into that role of being able to kind of just fly around and see things from a bunch of different perspectives and visions, is when I'm getting to act in that messenger, angelic messenger. I mean, it's a trope for a reason, right? That people with wings, they come and they bear messages. So when you're tuning to stuff that isn't out there yet, you're seeing the unseen, and you can bring the more you're kind of hanging out in that area, and then whatever your gifts are, if it's speaking or writing or painting or choreography or whatever, being a medical biller and explaining health insurance, American health insurance to people. Seraphims come in weird, unexpected forms like medical billers that are 52 years old. Don't know. That's just what the message I got. And the cool thing is that I can just pick it up and put it on any time. That all I have to do is just say, "Oh, I can just flip that switch." I can just keep it on. Actually, you can just tune into that, keep it on, duct tape it, and I don't have to ever kind of go from that higher perspective to the more mundane. I mean, I will because human. So that's just going to happen. But I can still remember that, oh, yeah, I taped that to on. So I can just always have that multidimensional perspective and still be very present here in my corporeal carbon based self that has a lineage that really likes sugar because it really likes fat and things like that. And I'm really struggling with that. So I have sugar free gum and Diet Cola, and I've decided it'll be okay to have sweet things. I will just have sugar free things, and I will go to the land of um, I guess, cane sugar, or I'm working on that. So that's what I have for today. That seemed really important to share. So that's why I'm doing this live video for that. And I'll share it with a couple folks that I think maybe there's something in it for you. And if somebody else finds it, great. I'm Davina. That's well, no, dragon manifestation. And this is just places I play for fun. Dragon manifestation uh, is Skyfire, Skyfyr. And I just discovered this morning that my Seraphic mathematician manifestation name and persona is Balthamos. That's kind of fun. Should have known. I've been obsessing over that name and that word. I put it in a story. It's my vampire lover to the werewolf. The werewolf's name is, werewolf's name is Balthamos. Vampire's name is Monarch. So, yeah. Anyway, all right, now I'm just rambling. So, enjoy. Love you.